All right. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we want to look at the API binding for one of the amazing exchanges on the market today called Bybit. We're going to look at Bybit API binding. So we shall come to basically to our Royalq. That is our center of focus, and we choose Bybit. So after choosing Bybit, we are going to open Bybit. Bybit has two main areas. It has the general account and the unified account. So we shall be using the general account for the case of our training for today. So we're going to minimize our screen, and then we go back here and get the Bybit application. So I have already, this is my Bybit. I have already logged in. And immediately when we log in, we shall come on this area, on the search button up here, right up there, and we are going to type in the word API management. And like you see on my screen, when I write in the word API management, like you see on my screen, I hope you can see the word that has appeared, API management. I hope you see it there. So we write API there on the search button, and so that we can now see the word API management there. So we tap on API management, and basically it loads up like you see. So immediately it loads up. There are so many. So we are going to write here, down here, we can now see the word create API. Create API. So this is the basic thing we are going to pick up. So on create, we have two areas of choice. We have what we call self-generated APIs and system-generated. So we are going to choose system-generated API. Right now, immediately we have chosen system-generated API. We are now going to go to the next important step, writing in the API key, the name of the API key. Right. So we are going to put Royalq as the name. Then we are going to now go specific. And you see, if you look at this screen very well, after writing in the word Royalq, we are now going to come to this area, read only. Then we have restricted IP restriction. So we are going to tap on IP restriction, and after tapping on IP restriction, we are going to minimize our screen, go back to our Royalq application, come here to Royalq application, and we are going to basically copy this link. So we tap on the copy area there, right? We copy, then we come back here on Bybit. We come back here on Bybit. There is so you needed to be very keen with Bybit, because most of the times when you come back, most of the times it changes. So you needed to be alert a little bit. So we copy the IP that side. Okay, right. Okay, so I'm just gonna write in the word Royalq here. Okay, and restricted access, read only. Then we paste. Right, so we are going to instead, so we tick the one in front, only IP with permission are guaranteed to allow access open. So you, instead of no IP restriction, you put on the other one that has only IP, read only, right? Then down here, there are important aspects we need to tick to ensure that our API is complete. One, we need to tick the trade area, the derivatives IP3, and the spot. Those are the two. So we are going to tick both of them. There we go. So that is that is what we are supposed to do. Done. Then we submit. So when we submit, now we need a Google Authenticator. Now we need a Google Authenticator, so I will just pick the authenticator code for my Bybit. I'll pick the authenticator code for my Bybit. Okay, and we submit. Okay, so now when we submit, we shall need to copy the API key, and we shall also copy the secret key. So we shall start with the secret key by tapping on copy. I hope you can see the secret key down here. I hope you can see the secret key. So I tap on copy. Then I go back to my Royalq. I paste the IP secret key. Alright, so I need it to copy again. Okay, so I've copied. So when you copy, it turns green. Then I paste the IP on the IP secret. Then I come again. I also copy the IP key, like you see. Then I paste the IP key. Right, so I'm done. Okay. Then the next step is basically to tap I understood here, because I've already created and I've removed. So I tap on understood. So this side is done. So I will just come back here in Royalq, and then I need to send code to my Royalq email address. So when I tap on send code, the code will basically go to my address, or my email address for Royalq this side, and I'll put it in, which is now 234680. Right, then I tap bind, and basically I have done the API binding for Bybit. So that's how we do API binding for Bybit. If you have a challenge, please always comment in the section below. Let us help you to get your API worked on. Now, after we have done the API binding of Bybit, if we tap on home here, and up here we have different exchanges. So if I'm gonna use Bybit to trade, I basically come and choose Bybit. And if we look at Bybit, Bybit has several coins, like you can be able to see, both in the USDT market and the BTC market specifically. Two main markets have been provided in the Bybit, and we can always be able to enjoy these markets. We also have the percentage change, and we can be able to see different coins and cryptocurrencies in Bybit. Thank you so much for listening. Feel free to come up with your questions so that we can help you answer those different questions.